jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it's to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey.
Hi friends! Let's build these gingerbread houses.
Let's get mixing. You can check out the recipe down below.
Before we get started, we have to put up our hair, make sure we have no jewelry on, and wash our hands really well. And pull up our sleeves, and we're gonna get started.
Now we're gonna make our gingerbread dough.
We'll need flour, brown sugar, spices.
The spices we need are cinnamon.
It's a tricky word.
Cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon. And we need nutmeg and of course ginger.
Butter and eggs.
We also need some whisks, a spatula, and a scale.
We need to weigh or measure all the ingredients according to the recipe. We did the others. Now we're going to do the butter.
We need 310 grams.
We're going to do a little bit at a time.
This recipe has been doubled because we're going to make 2. We have 309 now.
That's good enough. Time to crack the eggs and whisk them. Make sure you don't have any shells in there.
We need to mix the spices with the flour so that it blends uniformly. Pouring it in. Keep stirring. You don't want to see any clumps. Make sure you get all the sides and get the flour from the bottom up.
Everything is ready to combine in the mixer.
First the butter, then the sugar, and then after it's uniform, the egg and the flour. We're creaming the butter. Now we put in the sugar.
I'm scraping off the sides to make sure the butter is in the mix. It's time to put in the eggs. Remember to keep your hands away from all moving parts. Now we slowly add the flour.
You're gonna need a grown-up to help you bring it all together.
This is a cookie crumb, so we don't mix it until smooth. We need it to be crumbly looking, like this, so we can knead it.
We dumped it out. Now we're gonna make it into a ball of dough. Roll up your sleeves. Let's start making it into a ball.
Pick it up, down and away.
We've been kneading for a while, and the dough is warming up. We need to keep it cool.
I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator, but we're going to cut it into 3 pieces to speed up the cooling.
If we keep working with it now without cooling, the butter will start to melt out of the dough and ruin our cookie dough.
We're flattening them into discs to speed up the cooling because it has more surface area. After, we're going to roll it into sheets so that we can cut out the walls and the roof.
Popping it into the fridge for 30 minutes.
Now the dough has cooled.
And everybody, I think you have seen my decorations I made here.
We're rolling it out so that we can cut it to be like our template. You can find the template in the description below.
You have to press really hard, and it's really hard to do.
It needs to be thin, but not too thin, or else it'll crack.
Now it seems to be fitting good.
Yep.
We'll roll out some more cold discs and cut out all the pieces using the template. You'll need a grown-up to help you cut it. Reuse these trimmings, don't throw them out. Add them to a disc when rolling it out. Spot checking. 8 centimeters wide, just like the template.
We're gonna try making stained glass windows And to do that, we're gonna crush some candy and put it in the window hole that we made. And then we're gonna cook it. But to cook it, you need to ask a grown-up for help. Here we go. Now ask your adult to put it in the oven. Bake at 350 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes.
The cookies are baked,
Look at the windows, they came out pretty good.
but now we have to stick them together. What can we stick them together with? I know, glue!
I don't think we should use glue because it's a toxic substance and that means it's poisonous. So I don't think we should use glue. And besides, we're going to be eating this later.
Oh, stick some more.
Icing!
Good idea! There are two types of icing, royal icing and butter icing. We're going to be using royal icing because royal icing hardens when it dries, whereas butter icing does not harden. It stays creamy. Time to mix the royal icing. We have some icing sugar, some meringue powder, and water. We're going to add it all together and mix. Keep your hair back, ask a parent to help you, and grasp the mixer firmly. In order to glue the house together, it shouldn't drip off the beaters. These pieces actually expanded, but that shouldn't be a problem here because all of them expanded the same amount. This used to be 8 centimeters, but now it's 9. This used to be 12 centimeters, but now it's 13.5. The sides have curved, but it should be okay because we're going to fill it with icing. We're flipping them over so that we don't see the icing so much. We're going to apply the adhesive, which is our icing. We're going to apply it along the edges right here, using a piping bag.
We're gonna have to hold it for a little bit, but after we can let go. We needed a little help, but now we got all the walls up.
This takes about 6 or 7 minutes to dry. We've let the walls dry now, and we're going to put on the roofs.
Hey, can I try some of that?
Sure.
Tastes very royal.
Are you sure about that, Super Sarah?
Yes.
Very royal indeed.
See what I mean? It's royal.
Yes. Okay, time to ice the roof. We're going to hold it for a couple of minutes so that it sets, and then we're going to wait a couple of hours so that it dries, so then we can decorate it.
Which is the fun part.
Yeah. Seems like our gingerbread houses are dry. Okay, so we have some plans. What's your plan, Super Sarah?
My plan is to put some Smarties as a wreath and some edible pearls here and here, and an egg in the middle right here.
Hey, Super Sarah,
Yeah?
what does edible mean?
Edible means that you can eat it.
Oh, so you can eat those pearls? They're not from the ocean?
Yes. They're candy pearls. I'm gonna put the sprinkles along here.
And my plan is to put some candy canes right here and put some colorful sprinkles on the doormat.
Oh, that's a good idea to decorate are doormats.
And I'm going to add a wreath. We're using the same icing for our adhesive for this.
Let's get started.
My pattern is red, green, red, green, red, and I'm gonna add another green. These are Smarties I'm using. Oops, wrong color. I think it's this color it's supposed to be next. And my wreath is finished. Putting some of these pearls that I said were edible, which means you could eat them, I said, on my mat, which is shaped like a flower. And when I'm done, I'm gonna put one of these big pearls inside the middle. A visitor will be like this. A pearl! It's a beautiful doormat. Go inside.
We're gonna keep decorating and we'll show you the finals when we're done. These are our finished houses.
And Chef Choco Bear made this one.
We added a wild dolls.
They are our visitors. And we even add snow with them. We added a light inside so that we could see inside. And if you turn off the light, it goes into dark.
And it looked really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you try this recipe. Please subscribe to find out what we're up to next. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up. See you next time. Goodbye.
Hey, I love this house.